You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Beyonce, heard of her? She's got a real future in front of her as well. This is unbelievable. There's a new hotel that's opened in Dubai. The Atlantis, the Royal. The Atlantis, the Royal.
Wow.
Okay, so
Sounds special.
They wanted to go all out with their opening, and it's in the paper today as well, Tommy, isn't it? The Daily Telegraph, because a few Aussies got invited to this.
Yeah, loads of Aussies. Sonia Kruger was there, Nat Bass.
Oh, the Bass.
Jules Sebastian.
Oh.
Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
And Scott Cam.
What a call-up.
Yeah. I mean, when you think Dubai, new hotels, Beyonce performing, you think Scott Cam.
Bang.
I wonder if he and Kendall Jenner were hanging out because her tequila is the official tequila of the hotel, so she was there.
She was there as well.
She was there, yeah.
Man.
I don't want to say too much. This is off the record, but I believe not Scotty, but her and Keith were seen kissing. Keith from the block.
Gosh.
Hot.
He was there as well. He just finished the Atlantis. He built it himself.
This hotel is so luxury that the hotel guests enjoy complimentary gold-plated toothbrushes, combs and razors. In that shop down next to reception, it sells Picasso art.
What?
There are 17 restaurants and bars involving 8 celebrity chefs. Heston Blumenthal's got a bar there.
Of course he does.
There's a 20-foot-high aquarium containing 4,000 jellyfish in it, Sarah.
That would look amazing,
They
wouldn't it?
love an aquarium in
Don't
Dubai.
they? In the reception.
They're an absolute fiend for it. Do you know
Yeah.
why, Saz, I think? Because you've got a city that came out of nowhere and is built in a desert, right? So you've got no wildlife. There's nothing. There's no birds. There's nothing. There's like palm trees that you can tell have been placed there. When they see wildlife in what's big enough to look like its real environment, they're blown away by it.
So Beyonce's played. They flew Jay-Z over, the kids over as well, because one of his Blue Ivy got
Blue
up and
Ivy.
performed.
Yeah, she did.
They're saying this is the most expensive one-off performance of all time.
How many songs did she do?
She did an hour, wasn't
She played for an hour.
Yeah.
What do you got?
$35 million.
No, it's not.
Mate, she got paid.
No, it's not.
She got paid for the 2 weeks at Coachella, $8 million. That's 2 shows. And that was a massive show. This is a one-off show for $35 million.
God, what did Scotty Cam think?
Well, Scotty Cam got paid $17 million just to go to it. So I've done some research on some of the one-off performances by bands and artists. Because we spoke about this one, Mariah Carey. Did you remember this one? Do you remember we said Mariah Carey was asked to play 4 songs,
Yep.
$250,000 a song, so it was going to be $1 million show. I didn't know it was for Gaddafi.
Was it?
It was for Gaddafi. That was the one that we found out. It was in the Caribbean island of St. Bart's. Remember, that's the one we found out where she got $250,000 a song, only supposed to play 4. She went on to play 8.
Oh, stings.
Yeah. He stuck a stick up his own bum. He was so shocked
You
by
know
the
what?
bill.
I'm having a good time. I'll stick around. Let's play some more.
Didn't Kylie Minogue open the Palms in Dubai?
Yes.
You know the one with the big water park and the hotel that was built in the Palms on the island? And I think she got paid a fortune, like $4 million.
Celine Dion does 2 to 3 private US gigs a year at $6.5 million per show. David Bonderman, he's a well-known investor from Texas. He opened up his wallet in a big way in 2002 when he paid the Rolling Stones a whopping $7 million to play at his 60th.
Wow.
This is unbelievable. Sir Tom Jones walked away with $3.1 million performing at a Red Cross charity concert.
Red Cross.
And he still got paid.
No, but he gave it all back. He donated much
some
of
of
his
it.
earnings to charity.
Do you know what?
This is the big one, though.
What do
Can
you
I
got?
just say this one? The Eagles were asked to play Hotel California, one song, at a private party in New York City. $6 million. The song went for 6 minutes. $1 million per minute.
You wouldn't want the radio edit, would you?
You guys want Desperado as well?
Yeah.
Imagine if you went to the toilet just as the Eagles come on, you've come back and they're just
Do you know
winding
when
up.
Took a phone call.
Do you know when the show's starting? I'm busting. Do you know what, though? Like, we've all been to a Beyonce concert, right?
No.
You haven't been?
Would
I've been
love to
twice.
go.
Right, I've seen Beyonce perform. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting front row, okay, in this special event. I'm not there. But I've been and I've seen it.
Yeah.
I reckon if you're going to spend $35, I'd prefer to see Copperfield Like, make a train disappear.
Yeah, I
You know,
agree. I agree.
I wanna
Or
go,
David Blaine hanging
Do
from the roof.
something that I can't understand.
Yeah, or
that's
Carrot Top.
What's that?
Carrot Top,
What's
remember
that?
Carrot Top? He was a comedian / magician.
You know, get Carl Barron up there for a laugh.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Steady Eddie's still around.
Or what's
You know?
Constantino?
Constantino.
Yeah.
It's not so much the party vibe that Beyonce might bring to put Constantino in there.
They can play Beyonce music while
No.
Constantino's flipping out an ace of spades.
What would our biggest artist be getting here for a private gig? Delta would Delta get 100 grand?
Depends how many songs.
Guy would get a bit, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd have such a good back
I
catalogue.
reckon they do 3 songs for 50. Ooh,
Maybe.
Nah, more. Don't you reckon? More? It's
massive,
3
isn't
for
it?
50?
Corporates. So, Tommy, I'd like to speak to Scotty Cam about it. Did you get a response from Scott?
Yeah, he's on the plane right now.
Was he
so
wearing a
can't talk right
Was he
now.
wearing a Brisley shirt? Is that who he was sponsored by? Did he take his stuffed dog with him?
And who are you dressed by tonight, Mr. Cam? Hard yakka.
I just can't see him sitting front row at Beyonce.
Tools down!
All right, guys, Smoko, Beyonce's finished.
He would have been there at the end.
Wouldn't he?
Without a doubt. They would have had to pour him out of that bar.
Champagne, sir? VB. Come on.
Let's get him on tomorrow,
Yeah,
Tommy,
right,
because
we'll get him
I want to hear all the details of this party.
Thanks, Tommy.
$35 million Beyonce. One lady who was there got the invite. Seeing Beyonce perform is the magnificent Sonia Kruger.
Morning, Vicky Whipper.
You are a superstar,
Morning.
and we're excited about the event you have been to. We also heard that off air you told us you bought a Picasso from the gift store downstairs.
Is this coming from someone who spent Christmas in Stad? Am I right?
Very
Am I
good
right?
from you. Very
No,
good.
you know what? When I got the invitation to this event, I actually thought it was a prank. I didn't think it was for real. It was like, do you want to come to this amazing resort opening and watch a 1-hour private show
Wow.
with Beyonce? And I was just like, this is a hoax. It's a hoax.
Yeah.
But it was for real, and it was like, I just could not believe it last night. When she came out on that stage, I think I cried.
Oh.
It was amazing.
Okay, couple of quick...
Kicking off her world tour.
Yeah.
Right.
A couple of quick fire questions for you, Krugs. Did you get to bring a guest? Was it just you, or did you bring a guest?
I did get to bring a guest,
Oh,
yes,
awesome.
I did.
Okay,
Yes.
who else did you see in the crowd? Like, who else was there?
So I bumped into Ronan Keating last night.
Right,
which
love
was
Ronan.
really great because I haven't seen Ronan since he was in Australia doing The Voice.
Yep.
And there, who else was there? Rebel Wilson was there. Obviously, like Scotty Cam, who I spent a lot of the time hanging out with, and now I'm just stopping off at duty free to get a new liver on my way home.
Because when you think Beyonce, you
man.
think Scotty Cam, don't you?
Scotty, Scotty's really funny too because we're both sort of going, are we influencers? Is that what we are? A lot of people who were there are these influencers that you don't necessarily know, but they have like millions of followers. That's not us.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We had a great time though.
Krugs,
Say that much.
how many people were in the room? I mean,
For the concert,
yeah.
600, and it was outside. It was
Is that it?
outdoors. It was so tight. It was small. And what was amazing too is we kind of blagged our way down to this table right at the front, and we were sitting next to all these Bollywood stars and just people because they flew people in from all over the world.
Yeah.
From America, from Europe. It was really, really interesting. But the Aussies kind of hung together.
So did the Aussies that were there, did they get paid to turn up as well?
No. Nobody got paid to turn up. It was basically, they sent us to have a little free holiday.
And what's
Amazing.
what's the hotel like?
Oh, ridiculous. It's got 90 swimming pools.
90 swimming pools?
Apparently. It does. Like, some of the rooms, and I'm pretty sure Beyonce's room had a swimming pool. So, yeah, it's just enormous, but it's really beautiful. It's architecturally quite amazing. You know the palm in Atlantis, that one,
Yeah.
the bronze So this is the sister hotel to that, but it's like a really contemporary, modern vibe. It's beautiful. It's really worth checking it out.
What drinks were there, Krugs? Yellow Glen, stuff like that? What were you drinking?
Yeah, a bit of Jan. Blue Nun. It was basically, I think the first night the cocktail party was like a Moet and Chandon cocktail party.
Yep.
And there were dinners, like, all these. We went to the opening of the first Nobu on the beach.
Oh, my
which
gosh.
was just,
Awesome.
That was a brunch today.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've just kind of been topping up a certain level, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, keeping it there.
For the weekend. Yeah, coming back, going straight to a health, centre
Retreat,
to
yeah.
detox. Yeah.
So did you see Jay-Z buzzing around at all?
Yeah, it did. I saw him walk straight past
No
Kendall
way.
Jenner too. That was mad
Yeah.
because everybody was at this hotel, so they're just kind of wandering around. It was just bizarre. The only person we didn't see was Beyonce, like in the foyer. Obviously, she wasn't kind of doing that, and she'd been at the hotel for 2 weeks rehearsing. She took 120 people with her, and that's
120?
Yep, her crew. And I guess, when you talk about her fee, I think it was like $24 million US, 35 million Australian dollars. But she's got a huge crew, and, she insists, of course, on having all of her own sound and lighting and everything. She does it all herself. We weren't allowed to film the concert, which was a bit of a bummer.
Yep.
But I think some people may have taken a few sneaky pictures. And
You'd have to.
you can, and they will release some vision from it soon.
Wow. Did Beyonce talk about Michael Clark's scuffle up at Noosa at all or anything like that? Was that spoken about?
Well, everybody was talking about that, basically, every country around the world. No, she didn't, and but I did notice it, and so I thought it was funny. Somebody said it looked like a scene from Houseos.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Krugs,
Yeah.
very interesting that you and I had lunch just before Christmas, and that was a great day out. And then obviously an opportunity like this comes about, and you've got a chance to take a +1. And
You would have been my +1 with her, but every time I looked at your Instagram, you were skiing in some ridiculous Swiss resort.
I was waiting for you to call, Krugs. I was waiting for the call.
Doesn't everybody spend Christmas in Stade?
All right. We went home. All right, we went home.
Krugs, what an amazing
I went
experience.
to Phuket. It was great.
Did
I loved it.
She play Crazy in Love, Krugs?
She did do Crazy in Love, but more of a slower sort of acoustic version of that.
Okay.
She started with an Ella Fitzgerald song, At Last, that old Ella
wow.
Fitzgerald song?
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like goosebumps. Beyonce is ridiculously talented, as we know, but when you see her sing like that, it does something. It was so special.
How are you going to come back to like a Channel 7 or a Channel 9 Christmas party now, Krugs? And after you've been to a party like that, how can you come back here to a party in Australia?
I know. What are we going to do? 7 have got the Logies this year, and I did come up with a few ideas while I was there. I was thinking, we need to do this.
Yeah, I bet. Yep.
We need to really put on a party.
Great.
The one consistent. Sorry, Krugs.
They know how to do it. I was just going to say they know how to do it.
Oh,
Well done. Good on you for ripping into it. Now you can just get onto your business class seat and have a few more champagnes, top it back up and come home. And you've done yourself well.
Thank you, boys.
Good on you,
love.
Krugs.
Thanks,
Home and
Krugs.
recover.
Have a good trip home. See you, Krugs. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you, boys.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.